Hello, Trouties! Welcome to episode 8, as we're going with the episode theme of the Facebook Live Fridays here on the Manic Trout page. For those of you that don't know, my name is Sierra Bailey. I am the designer, maker, and everythinger here at Manic Trout Jewelry. And on Fridays, I go live on Facebook. I answer questions, share new things, and most importantly, give you a chance to hear the stories of the brand straight from me and to see the jewelry on a person. As always, I like to give a little disclaimer as I'm about to try on some necklaces that I am very short. I'm 5'2", so please remember that all of you wonderfully tall ladies out there, your necklace, if it's like to here on me, would probably be like to here on you. And as I make all of the jewelry, if that is a problem for you and you need something longer, all you have to do is ask. Just put it right in the comments when you order, and I can either add an extender in or make it longer for you. So, you may have noticed this week that I did something new. I have released a collection called the May Limited Edition Collection that will be available for the month of May only. At first I was like, well, I didn't release it right on the first week of May, that's horrible, but now that I've thought about my regular collection schedule, that having it come out a few weeks after the first will make it possible to coincide for the 4 months when normal collections come out. The reason why I have decided to do this is because, one, there are so many animals out there that I'd love to have, and it gets really overwhelming if there are too many animals available at once. So if you've been a fan of Manic Trout for a while, you may have noticed that sometimes animals will come, then they'll go, they'll come back as something else. I try to keep them moving around a little bit. And there are some animals that are not so specifically loved, like elephants everybody loves. You know, who doesn't love an elephant? I actually listened to a podcast about this theory yesterday, and I'm trying to remember what it is. But there are like very specific animals that people just naturally love. And then there are some, like snakes, that not everybody loves, but I get a lot of requests for. So I want a chance to be able to release some of the maybe not so loved animals and maybe some of the not so loved colors that will come out and be available for a short amount of time. And if they do really well, then I'll know that my mind has been swayed by the Trouties and that perhaps they should be available more often. So to kick it off for the May Limited Edition Collection, I did 4 animals. I just realized that I did not include the piece of paper with the names on them, so I apologize. But if you go to manictrout.com and either go to May or click on I think there's an actual thing for May or limited edition, you'll see them all there. The first one has a horse on it, and there's also some talk. Some people like the horse as a full horse, some people like the heads, but for the most part, I think people enjoy the large body animal, like the whole body. And, you know, as I keep these videos up, any comments on what you like are always appreciated. I love feedback and knowing what you Trouties like. So this is a new horse head. See, I like this. I don't know how much y'all like the head compared to the whole body, but I decided to try the head for this one because it makes it a little bit smaller in size. I also have gone with check glass, which is where the best glass is made these days for the necklace. And okay, so I love orange, and a lot of you love orange, but orange does not always do that well. So I'm kind of taking a little bit of a test to see how we do with the orange. I'm gonna have to excuse myself and leave you to view these lovely things because I just realized I don't know the lengths of these either. But while I run and grab my line sheet, please enjoy Manic Trout Studio behind me. And you can still hear me while I do this. It's so unprofessional of me. So, okay, here I come. I'm back. All right, so this is the One of Us necklace, and it is 21 inches. So remember, I'm a shorty. So let's see here. When we have the horse on, and I did a tank top so you can see it the best, but so at 5'2", this is pretty long on me, but a good sized bead. Oh, see, the orange is such a fun color. I really enjoy it. But I know, not all of you do. It is an opaque orange. As always, it is in my off-center design. There's a difference though. For the limited edition collections, I'm trying something else out too. When I first started doing the animal necklaces, I was going for the actual animals are vintage designs stamped new now. So the design has been around for like 100 years, and they are have a vintage look to them. So my theory when I first started making them was to get a beautiful vintage chain to go with them. The whole thing could age and kind of be antiqued. But as times, change, trends kind of change, I am trying these with gold chain right now. So this is a little bit lighter in color than what the animals normally are. So like I said, the monthly collections are a great way for me to kind of see how you guys are feeling about things. So we have gold instead of the vintage brass going on, and we're checking out some new colors to see how they are. I think that with the limited edition, if something goes really well, I'll add it to the permanent collection and it won't go away. But if they don't do well, they'll never be seen again. So as I said, this is the One of Us necklace, 21 inches with a horse. The next is, I think, the one that is going to become the favorite from this little mini collection. It is the Change of Heart necklace, and it has a very adorable sassy frog. Oh, that's right. What have we learned, you guys? We've learned that I have to put my hand up to see it. There you go. I love the frog, and this glass is amazing. So there's like a sweet spot where you can have it, that if you get too close, you can't see anything. Okay, so these are, teal is the most dominant color here. But they also, look at that shimmer. They have a dark blue. They have kind of a metallic coloring to them with a little AB finish. There's almost a little purple in there. These are a gorgeous glass. I've used it in a few different sizes and some different pieces, and everybody just flips out over it when they see it in person. And this is kind of the smaller than the last necklace in glass size, and this is just awesome looking. This is the Change of Heart necklace with the frog, and it comes in at 20 inches. And as I always say, I make all the necklaces. If you need it longer, just let me know in the comment section of your order, and no problem. I enjoy how this one sits well, which is funny because the horse head is the same size as the frog. I like the symmetry. As much as I enjoy the off-centerness of designing, I enjoy the symmetry of the actual animal. So yes, that is the frog. Now, oh man, the biggest debate ever is who likes insects and who does not on their jewelry. Insects have been in jewelry. They were like the first thing ever to be in jewelry since the beginning of time, really. However, some of you not loving the insects all that much. This is a grasshopper though, which I feel like is a little more loved by more people. So this grasshopper, which P.S., they're all over my house right now. Is anybody having that problem? This grasshopper is pretty sassy. I enjoy the shape of the grasshopper, and it goes kind of in line. I used a clear crystal on this, which is impossible to photograph, but when it is on, it catches the light oh so pretty. Think chandelier. You would be a sparkly chandelier. It is the Goodbye Angel necklace. Like the frog, it's also the smaller glass size, the bead size, and it is also 20 inches. So you see it 20 inches on a 5'2" person falls about here. So if you were like 5'8", it would probably be like up there. All you have to do is ask, make it longer or shorter too. Some people like choker length. I make sure when I lengthen and shorten things that all the proportions stay, so it will still fit you how it's supposed to. And it's so hard to show. That's why I like to show, it's hard to show on the video, but why I like to actually try them on for you. Things just look different when they're moving and on people. That is the Goodbye Angel necklace. If you've been a Trouty for a while, you know I name all of my jewelry after songs, so I can't really take the credit for the names themselves. I do, however, take full credit on pairing the names. I like that. So the last of the collection has an owl. Let me tell you, I've talked about this on the Facebook page. Maybe it was Instagram. I have such a hard time not using certain colors on certain animals. I had to fight myself to not make the owl green, and I went with aqua. I felt like that was a compromise. My mind wanted green, and I'm like, no, stop making green. But there are certain animals that I'm like, can't change the color. I don't know why. This is the She Said necklace. It has the larger size glass in teal, and it is 21.5 inches. The longest of the four. And the owl is a long length, but a little bit bigger than the bead size, though it's not as inline as the grasshopper, but it's a nice proportion. What was I going to say about that? I don't remember. But, if you don't know this, to put your necklaces on with the animal in the correct way so it sits kind of the way that it falls the best is that they open the right way when opened with the right hand. That's how we remember that, because I mean, they can go the other way, but sometimes the heads stick, like this one would not matter, but the head could be a little awkward in other directions. Like I said, the She Said necklace with an owl. You know, owls are one of those animals that everybody's like, oh, I love owls. But yet, the owl necklaces don't really fly off the shelves at Manic Trout. So is this kind of a test to see how we're feeling about animals? You may love animals, but you may not feel like you want to wear the animals, or I just keep designing green owls and nobody wants a green owl. That could be the problem, which is why I'm trying to break myself of the habit. So this was the May collection. Oh, here, let me put this here and then I can do a Vanna White for you. Which, P.S., can you believe that Vanna White is still at the same job? I mean, this is like, that has to be a record for, it has to be. Is it Alec Dubright? I don't know. I got totally sidetracked by TV show, game show people, but it is crazy how long she's been doing that. So this is the May collection. As I have talked about, these monthly collections, we'll see if they continue. We'll see how they do. I'd love feedback if you like them, if you like this idea. I do a collection normally. I do like a 24-piece collection that includes animals, and then in the seasons in between, I do a smaller collection that is just gemstones. So we're coming up on a gemstone collection next month, and I do collections that release quarterly. So every 3 months, there's a new collection that comes out. This way, it's kind of a way to have some more animals brought in. We're testing things. I would love to hear feedback if you think this is a good idea. There's quite a bit of work even goes into doing a 4-piece collection. So if you are like, nah, I just want to see the normal 4 collections a year, let me know. It will save me work. If you think this is a great idea and can't wait to see each month, or want to say, hey, can you try out this animal? Please comment. I love to hear from you guys. You Trouties are awesome, and you're the reason why I make the jewelry that I make. And I enjoy hearing so much from you and enjoy being friends with a lot of you now. It's pretty awesome. So that is this week's Facebook Friday Live. Facebook Live Friday. One day I'll remember how that goes correctly. This was, as always, wonderful to share these with you. And I look forward to next Friday. Again, for all of those that don't know, I am Sierra Bailey from Manic Trout. You can find Manic Trout on manictrout.com, on the Facebook page where this is showing, and at Instagram at Manic Trout, and other social media, but those are the main ones where we're having the conversation. I read the comments as you put them on long after this video is live, so please give a shout, say hello, leave a comment. I love to hear from you. Have a fantastic weekend, Trouties. Thank you for watching.